Today is Monday, October the 7th, and look what happened today. We passed the GlobeX high at one point, pulled back and really exceeded the GlobeX high at around 145. That is the highest that we saw since the market opened last night at 6 p.m. or thereabouts. But we quickly lost it when it became obvious that China is not going to give Donald Trump the kind of deal that he's been saying was imminent. I don't know when people are going to learn not to respond to his tweets, but we had advancers and decliners in the NYSE, almost 2 to 1, and in the NASDAQ, 1.5 to 1. So now let's take a look at the bigger picture on FinViz. Advancers lost to decliners because the last time I checked early in the afternoon, advancers were leading decliners. So this is going to be interesting to see in the daily breadth. Volume especially low. I mean, that is really, really low. So not a lot of trading went on today. Let's just refresh that and make sure everything's fine. Yep, there it is. So the stock market breadth could not hit the neutral line, is now going back down slightly, and we're churning right in here. Where have we seen this before? Right here, where we pulled back from way oversold, not to meet the zero line, and we pulled back. So that was in August. Other times when we didn't hit the neutral line, maybe this one back in September of last year, and we pulled back and to the exactly same point in the oversold as we were here. So we're going back in that direction because there will be no China deal that can be spun to be a victory, at least not in this president's term. Let's take a look at the charts. The S&P down 13, down below, started below, opened the day at the 8 EMA, finished below the 8 EMA. Really, frankly, it's heading down to the cloud, and it's going to look for support there, and then it's going down to the gap. So this is my call on that one. S&P, we're going down. Anything in the Fibonacci's? No, we're heading down. Perhaps we're going to test the 200 again. Let's just turn on the 38.2. Don't know why it's not there. And the 38.2 is right in the gap. So we are headed to the 38.2, then a gap fill, and then we'll see what happens then. Caterpillar down $1. I thought we were going to do some down work, and then we're going to use the bottom of the cloud to support and move back up. That is still a possibility. No need to do anything with Caterpillar. GDX, disappointing, but in the cloud, so you expect turbulence in the cloud, but the overall move is upwards. We do have this little bear flag happening here, which if it fails means that GDX is going to go down again. So we need to have our eye on the Chiku span and the 50. And we did see the Chiku span hit the 50. This is the low point of the day. And now we've had our third Chiku span interaction with the 50. I would say to watch this. If the Chiku span loses the 50, let me just put an alert in there. I'm going to say when the Chiku span crosses the 50 EMA or SMA, I don't think it really matters. They're both in the same plot. They're in exactly the same place. So I'm going to take the one that's just a little bit lower and say the 50 EMA. And I'm going to expect that to trigger multiple times as we bounce back and forth. T, why would I want to close the chart? T, that is strange. I just upgraded to a new version of the beta. Let me just save this here. File, view, lost my little icon for saving up here. So I'm just going to have to lose it. It's a shame. Did I lose it? No, I didn't lose it. T. That's a strange little bug there, isn't it? T. Up 16 cents for the day. That was good. I still think we're heading towards the cloud, but as it progresses, we may hit the top of the cloud and bounce back higher. Whirlpool, $1.62, up 1%, strong stock despite a low volume day for the market. But, you know, below average volume, below 20-day moving average volume for Whirlpool, but up nonetheless. Wish I held the stock. Amazon did touch the cloud for support. Thought we'd do sideways and then go up. So let's see what happens. We have used the cloud as support right here. That was Friday. Google. Let's put Google in the, where is, so we used the 200 basically as support after losing the cloud here on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today was this middle of the candle kind of day. I'm not trading Google, but Google does show upward future of the cloud. So let's say that we're looking at Google moving in that direction, slowly towards the cloud and finding an area for support. Also, we're taking a look at the Chiku span, which tomorrow would get support at the top of this candle here, 1200. That's interesting. So 1200 should be an area of support where there'll be buyers, and that is where the top of this candle is. That should provide support. So let's look at this tomorrow and see indeed if that did provide us the required support. So that's all for today, but the advancers and decliners and the oscillator and the flat cloud tell us that we've got some more down days ahead of us.